Hello, everybody. It's Aaron. Welcome to another episode of Resonant Rise. We're here in the Nether. I had to come get some netherrack for something. First and foremost, I want to welcome Non-Sanity. He's a new guy we added to the server here. I thought he might play with us on Primus, but he's in the middle of a mod sauce thing right now. And we fired this up and he decided to come. I think he's working on episode 1 right now. I will put his link in the description. He's a really cool guy. He knows a lot about applied energistics and stuff. I learned a lot from him. But let's get on with the episode. I was halfway through recording and something tragic happened. I'll explain it to you when we get over to our temporary starter base thing. What I did was, I started here with a boiler and a couple of steam heaters. Well, I thought, why don't we make a few more? So I put a steam heater on the back and made another boiler. So we got 2 boilers, 2 steam heaters, and I wanted to see how fast it was. Pretty damn fast. Then something tragic happened. Like I said, I walked outside to get some more logs to turn into charcoal because I'm having a hard time finding coal. And I heard this boom and I thought, man, I hope that was a Pneumaticraft creeper plant. We don't have Pneumaticraft installed. And it was the boiler and stuff. So rather than finish that episode, I thought I'd just kind of start from the get-go with Flaxbeard because it's a pretty cool mod and I need to make some things to make this system work right anyway, so I figured why not. So the first thing I'll do, let's put this stuff away. I want to look at our pick and our hammer, or our shovel rather. You see I got auto smelt on my shovel and silk on my pick. It's one of the drawbacks to Iguana Tweaks. You get random upgrades, whatever you want to call them. Let me sleep. So I don't really want auto smelt on my shovel because I end up with stuff like gravel and dried dirt, or concrete instead of gravel and dried dirt. And I mean, that's just the risk you run. I think once you have a modifier slot available, I could put, I don't know if there's something you can put in place of auto smelt, but I could probably start off fortune on this and then it wouldn't be able to give me silk because the two are not compatible. At any rate, I'm going to have to make a couple of picks, throw them in the autonomous activators and let them run on a cobble gen to see what kind of upgrades they get. So it might require a little trial and error. So I made this book, Esteemed Innovation, and it tells you all about the Flaxbeard mod. All you have to do is take a zinc and a copper with a book and it'll give it to you. I do have some bricks, which we're going to need today. Oddly enough, it did come in handy to have auto smelt because I just went and mined the clay and I got bricks from it. So I don't know of a good place to put this thing, so I'm going to put it right here for now. We're going to put a piece of netherrack right there. We're going to light it on fire. I think I might need to move it 1 block lower, so the fire actually works. So we'll light that up. And then what we need to do, we need to make the Crucible. This is the Flaxbeard Crucible. We're going to put it right there. And you see if we right click it, it turns over. So we need to make this mold. And if we right click it, it opens and closes. I'm not sure if we need to rotate that or not. So what we'll need to do now, I think we make this thing. No, I'm wrong. I'm still learning this, so give me just a minute. We'll make 2 of these. They don't stack. I probably should tell you what they're called. Blank molds. And then we make a carving table. So this carving table, if we take our mold and right click on it, it changes between nugget, plate, ingot. Well, we want a plate. And then we want to put zinc in here. And I'm pretty sure we just throw it in there. Maybe I have to right click it. Yeah. Maybe it only takes ingots. Which I do not have. So let me grind it up, because I definitely want to double it. Normally what you'll do is you put your copper, 3 copper, 1 zinc will make brass. We have metallurgy, so I combined the dust, and I made the dust and then cooked the dust. But that's not the normal way that you would do it if you didn't have metallurgy. So this has a little bit of steam built up, and I've got a hopper underneath there. Let's see what happens if we catch ourselves on fire. That's no good. Let's see what happens if we drop the zinc in there. There it is. So you have to put the ingot in there. And then we have our plate in here. If we right click that, it should pour out. Maybe it has to keep heating up. Or maybe this is facing the wrong way. Could go either way. Like I said, I'm still learning, and I haven't done this yet. This is my first attempt. So let's try that. Nothing pours. We can look in the book. Plates. Fraction of the cost of an ingot. And the plates may be used in place of an ingot. So what this makes me think is 1 ingot will make multiple plates. Let's look at the Crucible. Yeah, toss in various types of metal, but not ores. Right click with an empty hand. Okay. Do I have to, maybe I have to close that? That doesn't make much sense. It looked like some drained out though. Yep, and then we have a plate. That's exactly what I wanted. So we close this. We flip that. And then we open it, and now we have 2 plates. So good enough for me. So I'll explain my setup to you over here. I do not know if you can automate this with redstone clicks or anything, but what I've got here, I've got a steam tank, 2 of them. I've got a valve, which is closed right now. You can see Wayla shows it. You notice if I open this, you can hear the steam going out, and it goes up into the world. And it doesn't come out of the tank, but if I break this one, it will leak out. So keep that in mind when you're doing these things. Let's see if I can get this back how it goes. No, of course not. We'll have to jump down one. And maybe I can pick this up. So we'll put that back. We'll put this back. And how we prevent explosions, we need to make this guy the ruptured disc. What this does, I guess if I control click, it doesn't give me any information. What it does, it makes a weak point in your system so that if you get too much pressure, instead of exploding, the rupture disc will just rupture. And then if that happens, you fix it with a zinc plate. So I want to make a steam whistle, if I can. We'll see if I have the stuff for it. See if I can find it first. Here it is. I need brass plates. So let's throw a few brass in here. Like I said, I made it the easy way with dust. And I threw in 3, but I'll probably get more than that. So I probably should have only thrown in 1 just to see how many we get. So this is pretty cool. I like the animations. It seems a little tedious at first, as with a lot of things. Those are copper nuggets. We'll make a brass nugget. We should be able to make this, and then we have 8, so we can actually make 2 rupture discs if we want. I would just make 1 because I want to see how this thing works. We'll go ahead and put half the coal in here, half the coal in here. The interesting thing about the system is, since all these pipes are connected, they balance. So if you take a look at the steam in here, even if I didn't have coal on this side, the steam levels out. So what we'll do, we'll put our rupture disc. I think I might be able to put it right here. No, it won't let me. I can shift right click that tank and it'll blow if there's too much pressure. And I kind of want to see it happen because that's the whole point of this thing. And let's go ahead and put one on this tank as well. We'll have to let the steam build up and then we'll see what happens. The steam whistle is supposed to... where do we put the steam whistle? The steam whistle is supposed to blow before something ruptures. Oh, there we go. So I can put a steam whistle here. It does take the place of a chest if I wanted to put it on that hopper. But I don't really, so that's not a big deal. And we could put one over here as well. The steam whistle just blows if there's too much pressure, so you can get back and vent the pressure if you need to, which you would do with one of these. I'm not sure if that block will block the steam or not. Probably not. So why don't we do this? I really need a magnet ring. I'm going to get on Botania pretty soon. Let's put, we'll put a safety valve. That's not what I wanted to do either. I wanted to put it, let's put it right. That doesn't look like a very good spot either. Maybe I'll figure it out one of these days. We'll put it right here, and then we'll put a pipe on it, and then close it. So if we need to vent pressure, we can just flip that, and there we go. So this is going to take a minute. I'm going to hang out. I'm going to let the steam build up, and then we'll see what happens. There it goes, just like a train horn. I'm going to let it blow just because I want to see what happens for science. Alright, so that was probably a minute or so. I don't know exactly. I have to go back and look at the footage. But that is a very good way to keep your stuff from exploding. And all I did was right click the zinc plate in there. Basically the zinc plate just pops and then you put a new one in and then you're good to go. So I'm gonna say you probably shouldn't use this. I thought that was far enough away from the wood to catch it on fire. I guess not. I'm gonna say you probably shouldn't use this if you don't have some sort of safety system in place, like you don't want to just throw a bunch of fuel in and then run away and not come back for a while. So we have all this steam now. I happen to have some pulverized copper. I feel like it's faster than just like a regular furnace, right? Yeah, there it goes. It's especially fast when these things have fuel in them. And I'm lagging a little bit. Yeah, I think that's much faster. So we could definitely automate this with Steve's Factory Manager. Just put the cable on the bottom and put stuff in and take stuff out of this, as well as the boilers if we wanted to do that. We could even put another heater on the front of the furnace. And I don't know if this works with one of those iron furnaces from IC2. I guess we could test that out at some point. But I found the mod pretty interesting. And since we already had some of the pieces, I figured, why not use it a little bit? Unfortunately, the method of pulverizing with this mod, it uses 2 rock smashers. And you put them, let's see if I have some blocks. Say this is a rock smasher, and that's a rock smasher. It's got the thing on the front of it like a piston. You put your block in the center like that, and then it crushes it. So it's not that good for diamonds and stuff because you only get 1 diamond. It doesn't fortune, but I'm pretty sure if you put an ore in there, it will actually crush the ore into a dust. So there's a way to automate that also, but that seems kind of tedious to me. So I'm not sure. I'll probably make it just to check it out, but I don't think we'll use it because, like I said, super tedious. There are other things called thumpers that I want to check out. These things, they shake the ground and break blocks, and that'll be a little later on. But I wanted to check it out at some point. So I think that is going to do it for this episode. Pardon me if it wasn't exactly super cohesive. Like I said, it's the first time I've ever used the mod. But the basic things you need the crucible, you need the mold, and then whatever the thing is that goes in it. A mold and a mold, I guess. This is called a mold also. You make your carving table, you right click on it to change what mold you want. And then when you put it in I hate to call this thing a mold, you close it, and once your ingots melt in here, you right click, it pours it out into the mold, and then when you open it, your item pops out. And then all the other recipes are, they're in here. They're pretty easy. This is a biggie. You definitely need rupture discs, at least 1, and a steam whistle if you want to know that something is going to blow up. So that's going to do it, guys. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave them down below. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.